and she adopted some practices. But we won't go there this morning. I've diverted. Okay, I would like to share with you thick and rough oatmeal, affectionately known as Granny's Oats. And you know, I always brown my oats. Now, what I like to do is get a proper measuring cup, one of my favorite coffee mugs. Oh, excuse me, folks, I have something dangling in front of me. Oi, there we go, quite appropriately in its proper place. Now, as you can see, I do like to use my rice cooker when I'm cooking Granny's Oats. That is because I don't like to stir the pot while the oats are cooking, because it makes them a bit mushy and it breaks them apart. So what do we do? First and foremost, we put the oatses. No, my friends, no, not in the pot yet. We put them in the warm frying pan or saucepan, whichever we want to call it for the moment, and we brown the oats. This is what the grandmother, great-great-grandmother, and my mother and I do in order to get. Now, my friends, I usually make 2 cups of oatses, but today I am not. I'm only going to make 1. And that is because I do have 2 dear puppy dogs, one named Shantima and one named Shakina, and they love to share Granny's Oats. As you can see, I do not cook for just my own consumption. I like to cook for my family and friends. happens then? Then there is a soul that descends through you. Yes, you become a mama and a papa. And then here comes the souls. Here they come. They are very opportunistic. They only choose purified vessels to come through. And once they come through the purified vessel, then you know what happens, my dear friends. The purified vessel is, well, let's put it kindly, it's not needed anymore. And maybe it is recycled. Maybe it is used for another function. Maybe perchance it sits on a shelf looking very pretty. But it is never, never thrown in the potter's field like broken shards to be reconstructed by the great Creator at the time of the resurrection. No. My dear friends, if your vessel is used to bring in a great soul, don't worry. God will find some use for you down the road. Don't worry. Maybe he will teach you how to cook with inspiration and you can share it with others. My friends, you probably can. I smell the roasty oats. I smell them. Now, my friends, we put the roasty oats into the rice cooker because, as I have said once before, we like to, now let's add the raisins. We like to roast the oats because it pre-cooks the carbohydrates. And then when we add the water, it does not absorb too much water. And the oats come out very light and fluffy and of course not stuffy. That is always our goal and intention when we cook, to maintain the identity and the flavor and enhance the flavor as much as possible. And then we love the texture. It's very important. Not only flavor, but texture. You know, God has made each and every one of us very, very unique. He not only gives us our own unique personality, our own unique characteristics, our own unique appearance, our own unique voice to sing His praises. No, He gives us flavor. Yes, my friends. Now, observe as you are so good at doing. I have added roasted oats. I have added raisins. I have added green Granny Smith peeled cord-seeded apples. I have added some cinnamon. And you know, my dear friend Sarah Ann Levinsky once said to me, my little, she used to call me her little Lila. Her little Lila. She said, you can never have too much cinnamon. And you know, I think she's quite right. I do believe in balance. Now, here we go, my friends. As you have observed, I have tossed in all the ingredients There is a secret to cooking light and fluffy, not stuffy oats. No, we don't necessarily have to add 2 cups of water, but we can add approximately, well, you know, that was 2 cups of water per cup of oats. Okay, so be it. I always like to eyeball it and make that final decision. Now just give it a little fold, not too much. Here we go. Now we press the button down, and now the oats begin to cook very rapidly in the pressure cooker, rice cooker. This is what I call it. It's a pressure cooker, rice cooker, and it's bringing the oats immediately to a proper cooking, boiling state, because the water was boiling, the oats were hot. It doesn't take time for everything to heat up and soak. No, we start to cook right away. And then, when we're done, the apples will still have a little identity. They will be cooked. The raisins will be cooked. Everything will be cooked. And when we're done, my friends, I do love to put my delicious, certified organic, pure maple syrup with a little bit of soy milk. I'm going to say adieu for a few minutes. This won't take long, my friends. Approximately 10 to 12 minutes, you know, not very long at all. When the steam stops, I will open the lid and check it out, and then I will observe if all the water is absorbed and there's no more water at the bottom, then it is done. So until that moment in time, I will say adieu, and then I will come back and show you the finished results of Granny's oats.